Think our entire planet has been mapped, explored, and reviewed on TripAdvisor. Think again. There are still places so dangerous, so sacred, or so secret that they're completely off-limits to the public. These are the islands hiding on the fringes of our maps, wrapped in chilling stories. We're talking about an island home to a tribe that's never been contacted and wants it to stay that way. A former plague colony in the Venice lagoon with a seriously dark reputation, and a top-secret military base hidden in plain sight. These are not your next vacation spots. Trying to get to some of them could get you arrested or worse. So what secrets are they hiding? Today, we're journeying to the world's most forbidden islands to uncover the shocking reasons you are never, ever allowed to visit. First up, we're heading to Japan, to an island that looks like a concrete ghost ship adrift at sea. Just off the coast of Nagasaki lies Hashima Island, better known as Gunkanjima or Battleship Island. For nearly a century, it was a powerhouse of undersea coal mining, run by Mitsubishi. At its peak, Hashima was one of the most densely populated places on Earth. Over 5,000 people, miners and their families, were crammed into a city of high-rises on a rock just 480 meters long. But in 1974, as Japan switched from coal to oil, the party was over. The mine shut down. The island didn't empty overnight, but over the following months, the entire population left, abandoning their homes and possessions. They left behind a city frozen in time. For 30 years, Hashima was battered by typhoons and sea spray, its concrete buildings crumbling. Today, Hashima is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but it's still a dangerous place. Because of the decaying buildings, you can't just wander around on your own. Tourists are only allowed on approved guided tours that stick to small, safe viewing platforms, and even those get canceled if the weather is bad. The rest of the island remains forbidden, a ghost city that's a chilling lesson in how fast a city can die. Not all forbidden islands are off-limits because of man-made dangers. Some are forbidden to protect them from us. That's the story of Surtsey, one of the youngest islands on the planet off the southern coast of Iceland. Before 1963, Surtsey didn't even exist. It was born from a massive volcanic eruption that started 130 meters below the ocean. For almost 4 years, fire and ash shot out from the seafloor, eventually creating a brand new island. Scientists immediately knew this was a huge deal. It was a pristine, sterile island, a natural laboratory to watch life begin from scratch. How would plants, insects, and birds colonize a place with absolutely no ecosystem? To protect this once-in-a-lifetime experiment, Surtsey was declared a nature reserve, and access has been extremely restricted ever since. Only a few approved scientists are allowed to set foot on the island, and they have strict rules. No foreign seeds, no outside organisms. Everything living on Surtsey has to have arrived naturally, by wind, water, or wings. Visiting without permission is forbidden because a single misplaced seed could ruin one of the most unique scientific studies on Earth. Surtsey isn't dangerous to us. We are dangerous to it. It's a precious, evolving world we can only watch from afar. A short boat ride from the beautiful canals of Venice sits an island so feared local fishermen won't even go near. This is Poveglia, a place with a history so dark it's nicknamed the Island of Ghosts. Its story is one of tragedy. In the 18th century, during the horrors of the bubonic plague, Poveglia was used as a quarantine station, a lazaretto for the sick and dying. Anyone showing symptoms was sent to Poveglia, and for many, it was a one-way trip. The island became a place of immense suffering for thousands of people. A local legend claims that so many were burned here that 50% of the island's soil is human ash, though the true number of victims is debated. As if that wasn't enough, a psychiatric hospital opened on the island in 1922. This is where the story gets even creepier, with legends of a cruel doctor who performed twisted experiments like lobotomies. The tale goes that the doctor was driven mad by the island's ghosts and threw himself from the bell tower. While these horror stories are mostly considered legends, the island's grim past is undeniable. Today, Poveglia is abandoned, and the Italian government has closed it to the public, citing the unsafe, decaying buildings. These stories are just the beginning. We're about to head to places even more mysterious and dangerous. If you're finding these hidden histories as fascinating as I do us a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Off the coast of Sao Paulo, Brazil, is an island that looks like paradise from a distance, but setting foot there would be a deadly mistake. This is Ilha da Queimada Grande, better known as Snake Island. This place is forbidden for one simple, terrifying reason. It's crawling with thousands of one of the world's most venomous vipers. Snake Island is the one and only home of the golden lancehead pit viper. Trapped on the island thousands of years ago when sea levels rose, these snakes evolved differently. With no ground predators, their population exploded. Since their main prey is birds, their venom evolved to be extraordinarily potent and fast-acting, ensuring their meal doesn't fly away. A bite can cause kidney failure, internal bleeding, and tissue necrosis. Some estimates suggest there could be as many as one snake per square meter in some parts of the island. The danger is so real that the Brazilian government heavily restricts access. Only the Navy and specially approved scientific researchers are allowed to visit. The island's lighthouse was automated decades ago, and local legend says it's because the last keeper and his family were killed by snakes that got into their home. This island is nature at its most lethal. In the middle of the Pacific Ocean sits a group of islands that looks like a tropical paradise but hides an invisible poison. This is Bikini Atoll, a UNESCO World Heritage Site known for its dark atomic history. Between 1946 and 1958, the United States used this atoll as its primary testing ground for nuclear weapons. In total, 23 nuclear devices were detonated here. The most infamous was Castle Bravo in 1954, a hydrogen bomb 1,000 times more powerful than the one dropped on Hiroshima. The explosion was way bigger than scientists expected, vaporizing 3 islands and spreading a cloud of radioactive fallout across the Pacific. Before the tests, the 167 native Bikinians were relocated, told it was for the good of mankind and that they could return soon. That was a broken promise. An attempt to resettle them in the 1970s failed when it was discovered that the land and the food grown on it were still dangerously contaminated with radioactive elements. To this day, long-term resettlement on Bikini Atoll is considered unsafe because of the radiation that persists in the environment and food chain. While carefully managed dive tourism to see the sunken test fleet is sometimes available, unrestricted living is forbidden. Deep in the Indian Ocean lies an island forbidden not by nature, but by intense military secrecy. This is Diego Garcia, the largest island in the Chagos archipelago. It looks like a tropical paradise, but it's also one of the most secretive and important U.S. military bases on the planet. In the 1960s, the UK, which controlled the territory, secretly leased the island to the U.S. for military use. There was just one catch. The island was home to the Chagosians, an indigenous people who had lived there for generations. To create a depopulated base, the UK and US governments forcibly expelled the entire population between 1968 and 1973. The Chagosians were put on ships and abandoned in Mauritius and Seychelles, where they have lived in exile and poverty ever since. The government at the time even claimed there was no permanent population to avoid public outcry. Today, Diego Garcia is a massive naval and air base, completely closed to the public. Most importantly, it's closed to the Chagosians, who are still fighting a legal and political battle for their right to return to their homeland. The island remains shrouded in controversy, a painful symbol of injustice and modern military power. Topping our list is an island so isolated it feels like it's from another world. In India's Bay of Bengal lies North Sentinel Island, a place forbidden for the most basic reason of all. The people who live there want absolutely nothing to do with us. The island is home to the Sentinels, one of the last uncontacted peoples on Earth. They've lived in near total isolation for thousands of years, though claims of 60,000 years are highly speculative. The Sentinels have violently rejected every attempt at contact. They greet boats and helicopters with a shower of arrows and spears. In 2006, 2 fishermen whose boat drifted ashore were killed. In 2018, an American missionary who illegally went to the island was also killed. To protect both outsiders and the tribe, the Indian government enforces a 5-kilometer, 3-mile exclusion zone around the island. It's illegal for anyone to enter this zone. This ban is not just to prevent violence, but to shield the Sentinels from modern diseases. Because they've been isolated for so long, they have no immunity to common illnesses like the flu, and contact could trigger an epidemic that would wipe them out. North Sentinel Island remains the ultimate forbidden land, a small pocket of the ancient world that fiercely defends its right to be left alone. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. It really means a lot, and I will see you next time.